Hi, my name's Joanne McDermott, and I'm going to be your faculty for this course in Clinical Education, Simulation, and Technology. And I would like to tell you a little bit about myself. First of all, I'm not from Kansas, which a lot of times you can tell by listening to me, but I'm from New York State. And during my college years, I went to Plattsburgh, which is part of the State University of New York system, and went to nursing school and got my Bachelor of Science degree, and that was in 1975. Then I moved to Albany and started working at Albany Medical Center as a new graduate nurse. And they had me on the night shift, and I said I didn't like that, so I went to Boston. And in Boston, I worked at the Boston Lying-in Hospital. There we did like 9,000 deliveries a year, and that's where I say I really learned my obstetrical experience. It was really quite intense, and I loved it. Then going into change, I went to New York City because I wanted to go back and get my master's degree, which I did attain in 1985 from New York University. At the time, I worked at Roosevelt Hospital in New York City and went back and forth on the A train between West 4th Street, which is where NYU was, and the hospital. I then got married to my husband. Oh, that's not him. Wrong picture. Oh, there he is. That's my husband, who's an engineer, and he started taking me away to different places. We moved to Texas, and that was back in 1987. And we lived in a little place called Katy, Texas, which was outside of Houston. And there I had my first and only child, and her name is Courtney. And right now she's in North Carolina attending school. During the time, right after she was born, actually, we moved to Malaysia, and we lived overseas for a year and a half, and that was absolutely a fantastic experience. I got to really live in a different culture, be really immersed, and learned a lot, and got to travel around that part of the world, and it really does give you a different perspective on the things we have here. Well, we were in Texas after Malaysia, but then my husband took an engineering job up here in Kansas, and we came to Kansas in 1987. Or 97, excuse me, 1997 we came to Kansas. And my husband didn't like the weather here and his job here, so he decided that he would take an international job. And he's been traveling around. The last place was in Saudi Arabia, and this is a picture he sent me from his car. He had to stop for a camel crossing. Then while here, I decided to go back to school for my doctorate degree at Kansas University, so I'm now a Jayhawk, and I've been attending since 2008. And then I started a position at Mid-America Nazarene University, and that's where I am now. I'm still going to school and working, and right now I am in the School of Nursing Master of Science program. And I love teaching and I love nursing. I've been a nurse since 1975 when I graduated and have done many different things. So the road can take you anywhere. And as you know, it's really the knowledge, skills, and attitude that we need to develop in our students, because we can make them make a difference as we really get them to be totally immersed into the field of nursing and be advocates. And that's why we're all here, and I'm going to hopefully give you some good ways to be able to teach effectively and with compassion, and let's begin our journey.